Hey guys, Natalia Schneimler here. I help boy moms have a better relationship with their sons and themselves by teaching them the tools how to manage their mind so that when anything comes up in life, they know exactly how to take care of themselves and their kids.
Hey guys, how are you? I am doing so well. I have been reading all these books that I thought I would recommend to you, and here's why. If you're listening to my podcast, then you love self-help, and I bet you listen to a lot of it like I do, and all our favorite people, right? Abraham, Brooke Castillo, Louise Hay, my podcast. If you're listening to this, you love self-help. Here's what I want to suggest to you is you take a little vacation from self-help. And here's why I think sometimes it's a good idea is because when we do self-help, we're coming at ourselves and at it with an assumption that something is wrong with us, like quote unquote, or we could do something better. And that's great and we love it, but it can feel exhausting. And that's why I really take that vacation from self-help, and I invite you to do that so that we can feel like we're enough. We're good as we are, we're good enough, and there's nothing we can do better. We're just people, just like every other person in the world who is struggling, who's going through life, and really there's nothing for us to fix, there's nothing for us to work on, which can feel really freeing. It's kind of like when you're carrying a heavy weight, you just put it down for a while and you're like, you know what? I'm good enough, right? That's our whole goal. And we, with the self-help, we love it so much. It's kind of like our hobby, I find. And we always want to improve, and we're constantly working on it, listening to other people, looking for ideas. We enjoy it. But I think the vacation from it is also enjoyable because we can overdo it sometimes. Like myself, I can overdo it and I need a break from it. So I made a list of the books that I've just finished reading, and I loved how different they all were from different parts of life, different people, different careers, and I found that they were really well written. I truly enjoyed them. They were true stories, which I love. I don't think you can write anything better than a true story, life story. And here's some of them. I just finished the one that I just finished. It's called Finding Me by Viola Davis. She's an actress. You might have seen her. She was in Eat, Pray, Love with Julia Roberts and a bunch of other movies that you might have seen. But her story, she wrote it herself, is really horrifying in the beginning because of what she goes through in her childhood. But also just the way she wrote it is really really captivating and well read. I truly enjoyed it, and just really my heart aches for all the struggles that people go through, and it's just part of life, and how we approach it, how we treat it, what we do with it is the beauty. And her life of being an actor and trying to make it in the acting world in Hollywood it's so different from my own life, and that's why it's a vacation for me when I escape this life into another story. I take a break from it and I really enjoy it. So that's why I picked these ones, because they remind me of the struggles that everyone's having, and also they're really well written. The other one is called Endurance, and the full title is Endurance, Shackleton's Incredible Voyage. And this one is a book based on documents of this guy Shackleton, who was the first guy, he tried to be the first guy to cross the Antarctica back in 100 years ago. And he brutally failed, completely didn't succeed at all. But the story is of his incredible survival of him and his whole team of 50 people, I think. No, 30 people, I can't remember, but a lot of people. None of them died, all of them survived, but it took them many, many months
of survival in Antarctica and trying to escape and make it back to civilization. It's incredible what the people were able to do. It's incredible that the leadership was able to keep everyone alive. And again, it's really well written. I really enjoyed listening to it in an audiobook format. And I just loved how it's like listening to a thriller and really trying to, really amazed that it was a true story. So that was another one. The next one is called A Good Wife, Escaping the Life I Never Chose by Meg Masters and Samra Zafar. And this is a story about arranged marriage in Pakistan and people, the couple living in Canada, and how the woman escaped abuse and the marriage she never chose. And this is in Canada. And she actually, this woman actually went to the same university I went to around exact similar years when I went there. So it was interesting for me to relate to her when she's describing the campus and university, that life that she went to there. And I loved also, again, well written. It reads like a thriller. You feel for the woman going through the struggles of arranged marriage and really a child being thrown into it and trying to survive. So I recommend you dive into that, because arranged marriage for me is not my world. Maybe it is for you, and hopefully for you it's a better choice than it was for her. But again, this is another book that I really enjoyed. See how they're all so different. Actor's life, someone trying to cross Antarctica, arranged marriage. Now, the next one I loved so much was, I read it last summer and I still can't get it out of my head. It's called Adrift, 76 Days Lost at Sea by Stephen Callahan. Holy smokes, that was the best written thriller book, true story I've ever read. It was incredible. What this guy was able to do, to how he survived at sea for 76 days was incredible. I learned so much about the ocean, about things I had no idea about, and this guy is incredible. Just read that book. And the last one I'm going to suggest to you is called Fighter, Defying the NHL Odds, book by Aaron Volpatti. Another world, different world of hockey. So we go from the ocean to hockey, and that one I also enjoyed because I got to learn about the world of NHL. I learned about what it's like to be a hockey player in NHL, and because one of my boys plays hockey and wants to keep playing it, I was curious about it, what it's like to be a pro hockey player, and I had no idea about a lot of these things, so I'm excited I got to learn about it. And that also was really interesting to read, to learn all these things, all the struggles of that world. And again, how this guy, Aaron Volpatti, survived through all the struggles, what lessons he learned, how he dealt with it, and how he also used visualization to really achieve his goals. I loved all of it. So as you can see, I love reading books with people struggling because it brings me closer to our humanity, to how we are all struggling and accepting the fact that we are supposed to struggle. We're supposed to have difficulty, because sometimes I forget and I think everything should be wonderful, and then I struggle about my struggle. So take a vacation from self-help. Read about other people in a non-self-help way, and just take a break from trying to be better. All right, guys? If you ever need any help, I would love to chat with you. My website is www.coachingnatalia.com. Go to sign up for a free session, go to a mini session, and I will see you in Zoom. I love you all. Bye.
And I'm on a roll.